Hello and welcome to the Comal ISD 2016-2017 Open Enrollment presentation. I'm Brady Scott with U.S. Employee Benefits, and today we're going to cover your Open Enrollment Benefit Guide and talk about some of the supplemental plans offered through Comal ISD. On the first page of your benefit guide, you'll see some open enrollment notes. Very important to remember that the plan year begins August 1st of 2016 and will end July 31st of 2017. That's especially important to remember for flexible spending account purposes because the money in your account has to be spent by the end of the plan year. So anything you enroll in for this current plan year, the upcoming plan year, has to be spent by July 31st of 2017. So just be very aware of that. Also note that new hire eligibility. If you're a new hire with Comal ISD, or if you have a change in family status throughout the year, you have 30 days to enroll. You have to note or make the benefits office and HR aware of the family status change, or if you're a new hire, you will be set up and enroll, and you have to make the changes or the enrollments within 30 days of that new hire date. The district also offers a health savings account, which I'll touch on in the presentation, that helps save expenses or taxes on out-of-pocket expenses for medical costs. There's a new accident plan that the district is offering through Allstate. And then the district offers, of course, a flexible spending account and retirement plans that are administered by the Omni Group, which we'll touch on during the presentation. Pages 4 and 5 of your benefit guide are just a table of contents. I mention that just because it's a great reference point as far as having information about carriers, as far as website address, phone numbers, claims experience you can access online. So a ton of information in the table of contents. So if you have questions, I'd refer back to that portion. And also Valerie Galan, the Employee Benefits Coordinator for the school district, her information is in the benefit guide as well. Okay, moving on to benefits. The first plan we're going to talk about is your health insurance. For the 2016-2017 plan year, the district is staying with United Healthcare. They're still going to offer 4 plans: the low plan EPO, the mid-plan EPO, the high-plan PPO, and the HD EPO or HSA plan. Remember, when we say EPO, we mean Exclusive Provider Network. That means that you must stay in network on this plan. There's no out-of-network services covered. The only exception to this rule is with emergency room visits and emergency care. They are covered as an in-network benefit regardless of which plan you choose. Starting with the low plan EPO, your deductible is now $4,500 for individual, $9,000 for family. The out-of-pocket co-insurance amount has gone from 80% down to 70%, which means your responsibility will go from 20% up to 30%. The out-of-pocket maximum for the EPO plan, low plan EPO plan, which is, think of when you read the term out-of-pocket maximum, this is your worst case scenario in a given year, is $6,600 for individuals or $13,200 for families. Okay. The mid-plan EPO has a $3,000 deductible for individual and $6,000 for family. The out-of-pocket co-insurance amount also went from 80% down to 70%, which again means your responsibility went up from 20% to 30%. The out-of-pocket maximum, the worst case scenario on the mid-plan, is $5,000 for individual or $10,000 for family. The high plan PPO deductible is $1,500 and $3,000 for the family. And the co-insurance on that plan is at 80%, which means your responsibility would be 20%. The out-of-pocket maximum worst case scenario on the high plan is $4,000 for individual or $8,000 for family. Please note that on all 3 plans, your urgent care copayment went from $30 to $75. And your ER copayment went to $250. The final plan is the HSA plan or high deductible plan. Remember, this is a catastrophic plan. The primary point to remember on this plan is that there are no copays on this plan, which means that every time you visit the doctor, with the exception of preventative care, you would be responsible for the entire cost of that visit. Very important to remember. So The benefit of this plan is it's going to be the lowest cost per month. So if you're an employee that doesn't go very often, or you want to see as much in your paycheck as possible, this will be your least expensive option, but just know that the point of service you're going to pay more. Your deductible on this plan is $5,000 for individual, $10,000 for family, and the out-of-pocket maximum or worst case scenario is $6,000 for individual or $12,000 per family. Okay, moving on from the health insurance, now we'll talk a little bit about some of the plans that will help you save tax dollars on some of these out-of-pocket health costs. The district offers two different plans. They offer an HSA or health savings account and an FSA or a flexible spending account. The two plans are very similar in the way they function, but the HSA is you're only eligible to contribute to that plan if you are on the high deductible health plan, okay? So I'm going to back up and talk about the health spending account separately. Remember that this is the plan that you have to be on the high deductible health plan to contribute to, but the benefit is the money comes out, the contributions come out of your paycheck on a pre-tax basis, so you save tax dollars on all those contributions. And then as you pay for out-of-pocket expenses, the money comes out or is paid out of that account tax-free. So you're saving whatever your tax rate is on those out-of-pocket medical costs. The big benefit of the HSA is that the money in the account rolls over from year to year. It's your money, it's your account, so as you set it up, every contribution you make, and if you have money left at the end of the plan year, it does not matter, that money will carry forward into the new plan year, even if you terminate your employment or retire from Comal ISD. It's always your account, and it can always be used for health expenses. The flexible spending account, on the other hand, is for those of you that do not choose the high deductible plan. So if you choose the low plan EPO, the mid plan EPO, or the high plan PPO, you're only eligible to contribute to the FSA or flex account. The way this account works is it again comes out of your paycheck on a pre-tax basis. The money goes into the account pre-tax and then is paid out tax-free. So as you pay for out-of-pocket medical expenses, dental expenses, or vision expenses, and it's for you or anybody in your family, the money comes out and is paid out of the account tax-free. Again, saving you whatever your tax rate is on those out-of-pocket expenses. The drawback to the FSA is that it's a use it or lose it plan for the most part, so just remember that whatever you set aside, you have to spend by the end of the plan year, which we mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, ends July 31st of 2017 for the upcoming plan year for this year's enrollment. For dental insurance, the dental insurance is also offered through United Healthcare this year. There's a low plan and a high plan to choose from. Remember, on the low plan, you have your preventative care and basic services covered, but no major services or ortho for kiddos. So just remember that if you remember anything about the low plan, just remember that you have preventative care and basics, so things like cleanings, x-rays, fillings, extractions, but no major services like crowns, root canals, or bridges, or braces for the kids, okay? The high plan is the same coverage on preventative care and basic services, but it adds in major services and orthodontic benefits for kids. So your preventative care is still covered at 100%. Your basic services are covered at 80%. Your major services are now covered at 50%, and ortho services are covered at 50%, up to $1,000, up to the $1,000 lifetime maximum. Vision insurance is with Superior Vision. Worth mentioning is that a couple of years ago, Superior merged with Block Vision, combining the names. So if you are thinking your insurance with Block and now is switching to Superior, they just merged. So it's the same carrier, same network. Just be aware that the name did change to Superior, and you should have received new cards. If you need to request a new card, you can go to the superiorvision.com website and request a new card to be mailed to you. The Vision plan is a great plan to help pay for out-of-pocket vision expenses. Remember that the district, if you're on the low plan EPO, the mid plan EPO, or the high plan PPO, those plans pay for one eye exam per year. So if you're just needing the eye exam, not actual frames or lenses or materials, you may just use your health insurance for those expenses. But the Vision plan does pay for or what the health insurance does not pay for is the out-of-pocket costs like frames, lenses, and those materials. So this is where the vision plan would kick in and help pay for some of those expenses. So I won't go into the individual benefits. You can reference page 21 in your benefit guide. But your copay on the exam, or for the exam, is $15, and for materials, so think lenses or frames or contact lenses, is also $15. Okay, this is a plan that you really want to try to stay in network on. The vision plan has a strict network where you're going to get the best benefits on the plan. So if you want to know or look up providers ahead of time before the actual enrollment, you can go to the superiorvision.com website and pull up the provider network. It's attached to your zip code, so you type in your zip code and they'll pull up providers in your area. The next plan is your disability insurance. Remember, disability insurance is the plan that pays you if you're hurt or out sick and not able to come to work. It's a long-term disability plan, so it pays you over a longer period of time. Remember, the district gives you a certain number of sick days, but once you exhaust those sick days, that's when they start docking your paycheck moving forward. So disability is a way to replace your income on a long-term basis. Remember that disability only covers off-the-job injuries, and remember that any injuries or accidents that occur on the job are covered under workers' compensation. Okay? To choose disability, you really have two decisions to make. You have a elimination period that you'll select from. The elimination period is the number of days that you have to miss before the plan kicks in and starts paying you benefits. The longer the elimination period you choose, the lower your monthly cost is going to be. Okay? The second thing you'll choose is the monthly benefit. The monthly benefit is based on your income. You can choose anything up to your salary or anything lower than that. So based on your individual needs, depending on what amount you need of your salary per month, some of us need the full amount. Some of us can get by with a portion of it because we have other income coming in from spouses or other sources. So remember, two decisions on disability insurance. How long can you wait before you receive benefits, and then how much of your paycheck do you want to insure? Those are going to determine your costs. Also remember on disability insurance that it does cover maternity leave, so if you're planning a family in the future, this is the plan to be on to get paid while you're out on maternity leave. The district does offer maternity leave through FMLA, but it's unpaid leave unless you have enough sick days to cover you. So disability would be the only way to receive benefits while out on maternity leave. The next plans are your life insurance programs. You have two plans to choose from. You have Texas Life, which is a permanent life, and Term Life through Lincoln Financial, which is a group term life insurance. Remember that Texas Life, when we say portable or permanent, you lock in the rate, you lock in the benefit, and this is the one that goes with you upon retirement or any sort of severance from the school district, and it goes with you at the same rate. The drawback of the plan is it's a little more expensive, but it's your plan for life. So if you're looking for more of a permanent type plan, this would be the way to go. The plan through Lincoln Financial is a group term life insurance. It covers you while you're working at Comal ISD. It's a lesser expensive plan than the Texas Life or the permanent life, but it does terminate it upon your retirement or severance from employment from the school district. So just be aware of that. It's a group term and it's tied to your employment here at the group. The life insurance plans start on page 30 in your benefit guide. Also, the district does pay for a $25,000 policy for those of you that decline health insurance to the school district. So that is a benefit. It's group terms. It's paid for while you work for Comal ISD. Moving into the supplemental insurance plans, we have the critical illness plan, the accident plan, and the cancer plan. And all three plans work very similarly in that they reimburse or pay you, the employer or the policyholder, money for treatment for out-of-pocket expenses related to the illness or the accident, whatever type of coverage you have. The first plan we'll talk about is critical illness plan. This is a policy that you select, and it pays you a lump sum benefit if you're ever diagnosed with what they consider a major critical illness, things like cancer, heart attack, stroke, aneurysms, major organ transplant. It pays you the lump sum benefit, and you can decide how the money is paid out. You can pay it out for health insurance costs or expenses. You can use it for lost time from work almost as a disability type insurance to pay house payment, car payment, daily living expenses, and so forth. The cancer plan is specific to cancer. So we talked about the critical illness plan that covers multiple different illnesses and pays a lump sum benefit. The cancer plan is specific to cancer, but it pays it based on a schedule of benefits. So it's an ongoing payment plan specifically designed to cover employees that are diagnosed with cancer. It covers based on treatment, and again, the money is paid directly to the employee to use for those out-of-pocket expenses. The final plan on the supplemental insurance programs is the accident plan, and it's kind of the other end of the spectrum. You have the illness type plans with cancer and the critical illness, and the accident plan is for those accident-related injuries. This plan pays based on the type of accident, severity, so forth. If you're hospitalized, it pays a benefit. If you have an x-ray while you're in the hospital, it pays another benefit. So these benefits are cumulative, and they're all paid directly back to you, and you can use toward deductible expenses, out-of-pocket expenses, travel costs, lost time from work. It's all money that's back in your pocket. One of the benefits on the accident plan that helps you recover some of your money in the years that you don't have an accident is called a physician outpatient treatment benefit or a wellness benefit. This benefit is paid out. It's $100 per person, up to 4 people if you have a family plan, or up to 2 visits per year if you have individual coverage. But the way this plan works is if you go get seek treatment at a physician's office, whether it's for preventative care, or you go see the dentist for dental care and they just do a preventative cleaning, any sort of treatment at what is considered a physician's office, dentist office, or optometrist office, they will reimburse you this $100 per year or per visit, up to the allotted visits on the plan per year, 2 for individual or 4 for family. And what this plan helps do, or what this does for the plan, is in the years that you don't have an accident, it pays for itself, because you can get all your money that you paid back into it back out by going and doing what you're probably already doing, which is getting your preventative exams at the dental office, or your eye exams at the optometrist office, and so forth. So it's a great way to pay for the plan the years that you don't have an accident, and in the years that you may have an accident, you know the plan's there to help you out with those out-of-pocket medical expenses. The final plan I'll mention is the 403B plan that's offered through the school district. As a reminder that at school districts, or a Texas school district, you contribute to TRS. It's an automatic deduction from your paycheck, and in retirement you'll receive a pension through TRS, or the Teacher Retirement System of Texas. The pension is not going to replace your entire income. It's going to be based on a formula set up, and the average amount that it does replace is about 70% of your pre-retirement salary, highest 3 or 5 years depending on when you entered the system. But that extra 30% that you're not going to get, you can set aside in a 403B. So this is your version of a 401k for educators. The money comes out of your paycheck on a pre-tax basis. It grows tax deferred and is there when you need it in retirement. And when you pull it out in retirement, it is taxed at that rate at that point. So it's a great way to supplement your TRS retirement benefits. And with that concludes the 2016-2017 open enrollment presentation. We'll be at the campuses throughout the next few weeks. Please make sure you visit with one of the representatives to get your benefits taken care of. We'll get you taken care of, answer all your questions. If you do have additional questions about any of the benefit programs, please don't hesitate to contact Valerie Galan or our office at U.S. Employee Benefits at 830-606-5100. Thank you.